synchronizing your life is the best thing you can do. The work-life balance doesn't exist.
No.
That just won't happen.
No.
But to build a life where your family is synchronized with your business. And I think we get away from what this country was built upon and what ultimately any successful community has been built upon. It's biblical. A house united stands, a house divided, it's obviously gonna fall.
I wonder how can I capture that for my people from where I'm from Broward County. If you watch this right now, if you're looking at this, I'm looking to help and bring on. We are looking in your own backyard for a multi-million, billion-dollar operation that we're putting together. We're looking to mentor these young men and women in our backyard in Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, Miami-Dade County, Palm Beach County, and we are building a billion-dollar operation as far as in the financial services and life insurance. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, we're talking about stocks and I'm talking about life insurance. That's right.
We're live, right?
Live. Hey,
the woman boss.
Hey, the woman boss. Let me tell you, 12 months to the date. Man, you remember at the beginning, and before we even talk about the boss woman, 12 months to the date, I can remember what we talked about, like at the beginning, like what this was supposed to look like, what we thought it was going to look like, where we were. Then we came back 6 months, and then we said, oh man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And this is, man, we're learning so many things. And then we I guess we didn't realize again that we was gonna learn so much more within the next 6 months to make it even better, to be where we are today. And how bright the future is gonna be looking and all the things that you talked about, man. It's like the vision with you and Gally, and then us partnering together with you and your new wife, which shout out to Gally, she's the boss woman. Yo, your credit probably went up 500 points. Man, you probably get American Express Black Card. Now you got all type of great things happening when you got a woman in your life who's a boss woman too.
Yeah.
Who's a CEO, whose Instagram went up damn near 1 million followers.
Yeah, I don't know how she did that.
Organically.
Yeah, I had to buy mine.
No, he's not. He didn't. But the reality of like how she was so invested into your vision, which is her vision, which you guys created a vision together, which then I was added to the vision. Like it's like, man, shout out to Gally. I know I tell her every time, and every month I usually give her that text message, but man, publicly I just want to shout out to Gally because I know she helped your crazy ass.
Oh yeah, tremendously. I think we're just getting started too.
Yeah.
How close will we be to you if we move to Boca?
So close.
Like 10 minutes?
Like
10 minutes
10
drive?
minutes that we have to make this happen.
Yeah.
Now, Gally, I promise you I will not come in and jump in your pool all the time. I'll just send the kids.
Yes.
Auntie Gally is coming around. And
I'm gonna move my mom up there too.
We ain't gonna get canceled for this, but teaching them a little bit of,
culture.
My grandmother's Jewish, you know that?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I thought she was Jamaican.
Yeah, but Jewish.
What?
You ever seen a Jewish Jamaican?
No. That's wild.
No, I'm serious. I don't even know how it happened. I'm not making this up. Like I'm saying this on video because
I believe you.
Yeah, I'm saying because she's actually. This is where I want to just kind of be careful because I don't know like what her full deal is.
Yeah.
But she is.
Wow.
Like, so I don't know if she go like my mom. Like my mom is Catholic.
Yeah.
Are they kind of like intertwined at some point? Like I'm not.
I think every religion has like some intertwinements when it comes to like you look at the foundation.
No, seriously.
Of it. Yeah.
I'm talking about like. No.
They're
not intertwined as far as
Yes. Old Testament is the Torah for Judaism.
See?
So yeah, it's like when I listen to anything.
She wears the star.
Yeah, Galli's prayers, the Star of David. You know what I mean. So if you do Shabbat Shalom, is the Friday, Saturday. It's like the weekend.
Yeah.
For them. So it's an Old Testament prayer. It's from like Deuteronomy. Everything's like for us. Instead of calling it the Torah, we just call it the Old Testament. That's it.
And you're getting knowlge on that every day. Aren't you?
Every day.
Did you just visit?
Yeah.
You visited her family. Hold on, where were you at?
We were in Israel. So their family lives in Tivon, which is like northern Israel.
Okay.
And then we went and did Tel Aviv, but when we proposed, it was in the desert, like the Jerusalem. I don't know, like it was like right outside of Jerusalem, and it overlooked the Dead Sea, which
That's
I believe
crazy.
is like the saltiest, body of
You
water.
can float, right?
Yeah, I believe you can float in it. So we didn't get in the water, but it was an incredible time.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Have you ever been overseas?
No, I mean Mexico.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like
Europe.
out of the country.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
went to
seen-
Peru once.
How was that plane ride? Was y'all like laid down? Like how many?
Yeah.
Sleep on a plane?
Yeah,
How-
it was a 11-hour. It's either 11 or 13 hours. It was an 11-hour flight there.
Yeah.
11 hour, it was horrible. I hate long.
Does she go back all the time, or is it kind of just like?
No, that was since we've been together, that was the second time she's been back.
Yeah.
So when we first got together, she went back for a relative,
Mm-hmm.
and then this was the second time. So I think we'll try to make more of an annual trip of it. Try to get
Yes.
our family here once. And the ultimate vision, though, like you and I have been talking, is just being with family and trying to get them as close as possible.
Yeah.
And trying to just maximize the most amount of time with your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no amount of money, there's no car, there's no material, there's nothing that I can put on family that would replace the value of just seeing family laugh
Yeah.
and eating food with family. If your family can cook good, only my sister can cook good in my family, unfortunately. I'm just kidding, Mom and Gally.
Oh man, your mom's the most amazing person.
Yes.
Also, shout out to Miss Kelly. Like, leaving her business, like
Yeah,
and
that
what
was
she was
scary.
doing,
Yeah.
and coming into EIP and fully investing.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of cutting out, moving down to
Moving
Florida
down,
from
yeah.
Pennsylvania. I'm sure that wasn't a huge hassle,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
But moving down and really fully investing into Equity Insurance Partners and doing all of the work that she does from day one, from the beginning, from working 2 jobs, from being, you know what I'm saying, being in both places. It was, it's really the story.
Yeah.
You talk about I know the story ain't nowhere close to being, where it's at. We're on chapter 1, going to chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I mean, what a story that we're gonna have, because businesses are built this way. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how it works, right? Out of the whatever shop, office, whatever doorway you got, in order to make sure this stuff works out. So shout out to Miss Kelly, because she's awesome, sweet. Can't wait to introduce her to my mom and we get together.
What was the process like for you moving down with the family, Nicole? I feel like it just all happened and we were just so like nose to the grindstone and just working and getting policies on the books. What was it like with Nicole, and who all helped out? Nicole, your mom?
Shout out to Nicole. This was kind of like so sudden for her.
Yeah.
And being a real one.
Yeah.
From I could say starting off in the insurance industry. And it was kind of like a come-to moment of like, hey, look, we've done this before.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Now we're about to do it again. Hey, you can never, like, if you are in a position where at the end of the day, like, you've showed somebody something and it didn't really fall into the way that you wanted to, and then you got another opportunity to do it again, wow, you better not lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? And literally it was like, Nicole, I know I don't have to really entice you, but I do need to make you feel comfortable that and like know that at the end of the day that this is going to work out. And I got my trust in God, my faith in God, my faith in myself, and then also my faith in business partner.
Yeah.
Who that's the reason why we're coming down here, and to lead her and then my family. She helped dramatically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, at the end of the day, like all the stuff needed to be packed up so very quickly. I was traveling. Remember, I was going back and forth. I got guys, I got agents who were in, in Pompano Beach, living in the high rise, going back and forth, living in there. 6 people in the actual, 3-bedroom spot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm living like a college student all over again.
Yeah.
And all she did every day was just like, hey, we good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cool. We there. And then, my mom, when we first came, just being able to, sometimes be able to take Nicole out, do dinner, do stuff like that. She helps, all the time. And then my dad, my dad, just being able to, finally be a grandfather to my kids, because we've always been up north.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he fully now, being a grandfather and being around and, and then my brother, like, so it was just everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody had a hands on what I'm doing today. And I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I know I'm gonna need you a lot more. You know what I'm saying? For us to grow in the way we want to grow. But yeah, man, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
But when you do that, you think of how much more you're gonna grow instead of how much you've already spent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the process.
And I feel like people don't really consider seasonal depression. Like I think that weather thing is real. And I think there's also like separation depression, like being away from your family. Like I can't imagine, like I got my mom close to me now and I don't even have kids. And I still feel like I'm sending the kids over to mom. I don't even got kids. You know what I mean? Like I send myself over.
You
know
the
what I mean?
dog.
Like I send me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you know what? It's my day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and hang out with my mom for a day.
Yeah.
Let Gally, work at the crib or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, man, like if you can do anything to just enhance your life going into 2026, get into warmer weather, and bring your family with you. And I know that all costs money. That sounds like easier said than done, but it's worth it. That's where it would like translate into, when is it worth grinding your face into the dirt to generate, wealth? And it would be to create a better life for family, a closer life for family, and a warmer life, for family. I look at that as like, that's the reason and the drive now for the ultimate vision of jets. It's like, so we can travel faster with family, the ultimate health access, so we can have family longer and a higher quality of life with family. Like, that's it. Like I feel like that's the biggest word for, at least for me. You were older probably in the business.
well, here's
I'm
another
old soul. I don't know.
Here's another great thing, a point that you brought up was I had an agent of mine very early in his career. He was asking this question. He's like, man, look, I'm 30 something years old. I'm now just getting into the insurance industry. I know it's going to be great. I know I'm going to put in the work, but how did you go about it with your relationship when you've been in a situation before where you jumped into something and it didn't really work out, and now moving into the insurance industry where you get paid commission, right? You got family, you got kids. How did that go over with your significant other? And how did you make her feel comfortable? And how did you make that person believe that this insurance was going to be the next greatest thing for you and your family? How would you answer that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know, you've had to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like for those people who are, we always talk about we got a lot of young people in the insurance game. But for somebody who could be great, because remember, I came into the insurance game at 30 years old.
Yeah.
Other people that we've had in the game that came in later on, they were great. They were good. How would you answer that for somebody right now?
So I think for me, like when it comes to measurements of anything that is, I don't know, per se, like physical, I don't really consider it real or relative, because I look at somebody like yourself that has, professional, like, sport experience. Like someone can go to the league at 18 years old. You know what I mean? Or from, isn't Cooper Flag in the NBA right now? 18 somehow? Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, to look at it from almost an opposite perspective of an 18-year-old can go out there, one, they can join the military and they can go lose their lives serving the country, but simultaneously they can go get paid millions upon millions of dollars to go perform at the highest level. But at the same time, I think it's LeBron James, and I'm not a sports person, but I'm pretty sure it's his birth. I don't like him. I like Michael
That's
Jordan.
why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man.
But I think he's 41 or 42 years old today, still playing at the highest level. And again, Jordan is the greatest, so I'm not complimenting all my friends out there that think that I'm advocating for LeBron. I'm not, but I'm just pointing out, like, as much as I'm like anti like giving the sport analogy to somebody going out there and selling insurance, I would want to include perspective of, whether you consider yourself the youngest or the oldest, or that it's not going to work, you probably are right. Kind of that Henry Ford quote. If you think so, then more than likely, you might be right. So you really want to be careful and protective over your thoughts and the people that you surround yourself with, because like, where do you even come up with this this ideology that it might not work out. Like, why would it not work out? I feel like I was born that way. You know what I mean? Where it's like, sometimes I get upset that we're just, again, like I said, that we're just doing insurance. You know what I mean? Like, there's people out here building rockets right now, building robots, and are this artificial intelligence I like to utilize to make us sound smarter. I feel like I use so much Chad. I sound like Chad a little bit.
For sure.
Hey. Like,
but it's definitely the best thing that ever came out.
Literally, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I tell people that all the time. Like, man, I would be a lot further along if I would have had Chat analyze my contracts.
Man, let me tell you.
I mean? Like,
hey, Gally and Chat. Y'all need to go. Y'all need to go check out Gally's Instagram. She gonna give you all the chat hacks.
Yeah, literally.
Come on.
Literally, man.
So for me, I guess, like you said, I think it really starts with also having somebody who has your back and who's not on your back.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the only relationship I could relate to. Yeah, no disrespect to anybody, any of the ladies out there I've been in a relationship with, but like, I think it also comes down to alignment. You know what I mean? Because like, it doesn't take, I wouldn't say that they weren't going in a positive direction.
Yeah.
We weren't going in the same direction. We don't got to be on the same ship, but we got to be going to the same island is kind of what I say. Like, you could be on your ship, and for some people that's a stay-at-home mom, which is more than likely a more valuable job than the entrepreneur or the business owner, because I could never take care of a kid. Be honestly, you know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, we gotta wait until we have a certain amount of money. Because I need my mom to be accessible. I probably need her mom to be accessible and a nanny. You know what I mean? Like, I've already thought about it.
You already know what that's gonna look like.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've thought about it. I'm like, not until they're about 14. Maybe even like 15 or 16 could I, you know what I mean? I like the idea. I think Trump was sent off to boot camp or something until he was 14.
Military school.
You know what I mean? Military school. So I like
sure.
that. You know what I mean? But I see you out there, you grinding, you know what I mean, doing T-ball practice, you out there with your kids, and I'm like, God bless them. Me.
When you come from this era of, whether you have a parent or not, or and I mean this in a way of, that showed you like what work really is like. I watch my mom, go to work every day as a nurse for 30 some odd years, continue to do that, trying to get her to not work as well. Like your mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not say not work because she's working. Bring her into your business, right? And so, but also watch my dad, who owns a business. You know what I'm saying, for 30 some odd years, and now just starting to get some of his biggest contracts at 77 years old. But just how did he build his business? It wasn't just him working in that business. He was doing other things to make money to invest into his business. Right? You know what I'm saying? Any hour he could get that his business wasn't going, he was using that other hour to build his business with other income he could get. Right. So I remember him having contracts, prior to him starting his security business with cleaning apartments. And I remember he would rally up the neighborhood. Man, we thought we was we had the best job on a Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Go to Shoney's. Man, he'll drop $20 in your pocket, and boy, you was cleaning for about 7 hours, just basically in these apartments that they was kind of, and he had contracts on that to invest into his security business. So I think, to see that, to be able to invest into your business, well, part of that is investing into your family so you can have a good business.
Yes.
If you ain't happy, if your personal life ain't right, your business life ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so, part of that was once you kind of get the personal aspect in line, man, your business life is gonna really take off itself as well.
I'm sitting here and I apologize having my phone out.
No, you good.
I'm texting the next guest, tell him we'll be up in a second. But I wanted to point out, I think about this every time I see, one, what you said, to acknowledge what you said, synchronizing your life is the best thing you can do. The work-life balance doesn't exist.
No.
That just won't happen.
No.
But to build a life where your family is synchronized with your business. And I think we get away from what this country was built upon, and what ultimately any successful community has been built upon. It's biblical. A house united stands, a house divided, it's obviously going to fall. You know what I mean? So it's like, I love these, pretty much, you don't see it much in America, but like when you keep the house tight, you got mom living close to you, you got grandma living close to you from both sides, cousins, brothers, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, living close and creating a community. And then you want to take it a step further, because it's like, it's one thing if I think of this in business, and you and I can kind of relate to this with similar situations. Like, you take responsibility and nobody's, crying or whatsoever. But like, it's one thing in business, you're going to have bad deals and you're going to get the shorter end of the stick. It's one thing when it happens with someone you don't know, but I'm a little more cool with it if my mom, took an extra couple bucks from me. You know what I mean? It's my mom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna
I was gonna give her anyway.
Exactly. So it's like I have this new philosophy. It's like I want to try my best now. It's like if I'm gonna get screwed over, it's gonna be with family. You know what I mean? Like because it's like we're family, we're blood for the most part. So it's like, and it doesn't always have to be name on the sheet, but at least creating a relationship, like, similar to like what you and I have, where it's like. At least I know it's like if it's gonna go to someone, it's gonna go to someone I like more
for sure
than just someone that's like, man, I don't really like you, and I don't want this money to go to you.
And their investment in it isn't there as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, once they figured out they can get whatever they need, they're moving on.
I also think about I always see this when I see Antonio Brown. It's from the same place as you, right?
Yes.
Is it Liberty City?
No. So from same area, Pompano Beach and obviously Dade County. Okay. He's from Dade County, Liberty City. Yeah. So
Irvin,
kind of same area, huh?
Irvin,
Michael Irvin. Now, yes, from Fort Lauderdale. So Pompano is in Fort Lauderdale, like Broward County.
Broward County. That's the name.
Broward County, right? You know what I'm saying? So very like a city over. Different little area, but not the same neighborhood. Okay, but basically kind of in the same area.
Warren Sapp?
No.
Mm-mm. Ray Lewis?
No.
Santana Moss?
Miami.
Amari Cooper?
Miami.
Dalvin Cook? I saw this one the other day. Chad Johnson. Ocho
Where's
Cinco.
Chad?
I swear they said he's from the Broward County area.
No.
Is
he? No, I don't think so. Is he?
I swear I've seen. I don't know. There was like
I don't think Chad is.
What about Rick Ross?
Dade County.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Flow Rider.
Dade County.
DJ Khaled is from here also.
So all of those pretty much those names. Like Fort Lauderdale is,
and the running back. Wow, I can't remember his name. The one we had on the podcast.
Tony Sands.
Yeah. So he's from the same neighborhood.
Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So these guys, we got so many people from Broward County. We just talked about it not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? Of athletes.
What do you guys drink out there?
Man, I tell you what.
You don't got to go to get your blood work done nowhere. Go to Broward. Just go to Broward. Just take whatever they take. Go to Broward County and get your.
Listen. And a lot of these athletes, man, we was just talking about this on the ride here with my nephew. I was like, man, we got so many athletes in this area that if they just took that same ability mindset that they took in the sports into the professional, world, even the professional world, the financial, and I'm not saying that they don't, I'm just saying I wish I had more ability to grab on to these people who are coming from that sports. I got a friend right now who I played ball with who and doesn't really know what he wants to do and kind of like in that, and I'm like, have I not built enough trust or built enough to show you that we know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Come here.
Yeah.
And mentally, it's like we're stuck in this area that if it's not about sports, if it's not about, rapping, if it's not about this, they're not ready to make that jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I wonder what, and once again, I'm talking from being a small fish in a big pond, because at the end of the day, I'm sure there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
But I wonder how can I capture that for my people from where I'm from Broward County. If you watch this right now, if you're looking at this, I'm looking to help and bring up. We are looking in your own backyard.
Yep.
For a multi-million, billion-dollar operation that we're putting together. We're looking to mentor these young men and women in our backyard in Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, Miami-Dade County, Palm Beach County, and we are building a billion-dollar operation as far as in the financial service and life insurance. I don't want to make it sound like, we're talking about stocks and I'm talking about life insurance.
We got access to big products now. When we first started out, I feel like it would be like college ball or high school ball, but now like the industry that we're in, it's essentially the major leagues. You know what I mean? Like we have access to the biggest life insurance products, the multi-million-dollar. We could, insure people for tens and hundreds of millions of dollars of insurance and annuity products as well. We had a guy that was in the process of building a $50 million annuity.
Yes.
So it's like, that's something where it's like, we have access to those products.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's really good.
And we need to, and you have somebody who is partnering and, partnered with you, and like, for us to, you and Gally, for us to really build this company to, and helping not only to $1 billion, but helping hundreds of thousands of people in this industry.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, right? There's over 1,000 people for one agent. Let me just give you the facts real quick. Facts is that right now there's over 200 million adults in the United States of America. About 100 million, about 54%, all right? About 100 million of those people have life insurance. Out of the 100 million, 64 million of those people, okay, either don't have enough insurance, it's not adequate enough.
Yeah.
It's they don't know exactly what they have.
Yeah.
Or they're in a position where, once again, they're protected but not properly protected.
Yeah, underinsured.
Underinsured. So the fact is that at the end of the day, right now, just in the insurance space, now I'm not talking about car insurance, I ain't talking about, just in the life insurance space, there's about 110,000 who specifically work with just life insurance agents.
Yeah.
Okay? For every 1,000 people, there's one agent.
Wow.
And you think that it's oversaturated, or you think that it's not like what over the next 10 years there's gonna be another 36 million people.
Yeah.
Okay? New babies.
Not including the wealth transfer from the boomer generation, which is, I think, the 50s to like 60s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wealth that they're transferring out of their 401ks into more specified retirement accounts, insurance products, annuity products. So there's a lot of money. There's always people being born.
Yeah.
So like it's
and the space
it's an unstoppable force.
Unstoppable force. And the space that we're in, I had to throw this in here, but people they're taking the shades off and they're actually seeing. And now I think the fact is about more than 50% of all life insurance is being sold from the brokerage space.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, large percentage, yeah.
So it's like people are seeing things a little bit different when it comes to ownership. And I know, we're talking business and what we do, and I know how it affects everything around us and what we're trying to accomplish. But I do know that at the end of the day, like, man, the upside on this over the next 10 years and how it's going to help people and the generation that we come from is like, the dad would come and come get the check and with the briefcase and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that has changed. And and the only way that changes is because we help change that in this generation of the 18-year-old who comes in and takes over the business.
Yeah.
And when I say take over the business, literally takes over the business.
Yeah.
Now we're building $1 billion company. And you can say what you want. Everybody say, "Oh, we're the fastest growing this."
Yeah.
But we've grown pretty fast.
Yeah, we have.
And I'm proud to say, man, you leading, Gally leading, being part of that leadership, like, it's exciting to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And we're 12 months in, our 12-month anniversary, January 18th.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like the first 12 months we didn't know what was going on. So it's like the next and we did really good for our first year. So like I feel like I'm super excited.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I have another like off topic question. Maybe we'll tie back into business. I got two. Do the Steelers play the Ravens?
I'm sorry. Did I just did I mess up something in the audio? Man, let me tell you.
Is that this
Lamar
coming Sunday?
Jackson.
What's happening? Is he
Come
out?
on, Lamar. Listen, Lamar, this is what I need from you. Matter of fact, this is what your city needs from you. Your city needs for you to make sure, right? Because we're coming from Pittsburgh. Oh, Nicole, this is for you. You're watching. Your city needs for you to come through. You've been in the league 8 to 9 years, and the one bad thing that you have on your name is that you can't win the big game. And this is the AFC North. This is also the going to the playoffs. And I know this is just the beginning, but it has to start somewhere. Somebody has to say it. And the fact of the matter is that you can't be sick. You can't be hurt. Nothing can be in your way right now. Every trainer in America needs to be at the Baltimore Ravens facility to make sure that Lamar Jackson plays.
He's from Broward
County.
Oh, okay. Because when you said your city, I was like, you're not from Baltimore.
Pompano Beach. Went to Boynton Beach High School. But played. I think he played with the Pompano Eagles. Say it again.
Is his little brother?
Yeah.
Does he got a little brother in high school right now? Does he got a little brother that's playing ball? Maybe not.
Maybe. But anyways, listen, Baltimore, Lamar, the city needs you.
You think he's gonna start?
It's probably like a 50% at this point. Tyler Huntley, Snoop is from the area too now. Snoop is from the area. Snoop is the backup. Huntley,
wow.
He's a dog. You know what I'm saying? They won. King Henry was running the ball 200 yards, whatever the case may be. But here's the deal: Baltimore needs to come through. This needs to be the win that they have. This needs to be the one that jumps them over the hump to get to the actual AFC championship.
What's Uncle Chuck's prediction?
Oh my God! Listen,
are you guys gonna watch the game together, or can you not?
No, we can't. No way we can watch the game together. Matter of fact, he's probably got a bet out right now. And I'm, I hope I don't ever bet. But that's the one person.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, would you bet on this?
Yeah. We actually. Oh yeah, trust me. He took my 5,000 last go round. So I'm sorry, I even said the number, but we're gonna put a little wager on this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'll be calling you over the next 48 hours. Just know that, my man.
And I want to end with one more. We're in Miami.
Yes.
I saw the other night, Miami, I believe, is playing Ohio
State.
Right?
Wow.
And the quarterback from Ohio State's from Miami.
Yes.
Mendoza won the Heisman from Miami.
And you know what? They didn't want him. But where one's trash is another man's treasure. So at the end of the day, man, Indiana's going. Indiana plays. I can't remember who exactly they play, but Miami.
Well, let's get your predictions for these games.
Let's go.
So the Ravens and the Steelers. What's the score look like?
That's going to be 21-13. 21-13.
That's obviously him going with the Ravens.
No doubt.
Right.
21-13.
Okay, now let's go Miami, Ohio State.
Miami, Ohio State is going to be, now that's a tough one here, but I think it's 28-30, 31.
28-31?
28
in the favor of?
Miami.
Miami.
Yes.
Okay.
Miami.
Are you going to go to the game?
So we did have plans to go, but I think it's going to be, because it's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You remember we talked about family?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
So I think we'll be here. We'll be with the family. It's going to be a great new year, but I do know this. It's going to be a great year.
Let's go.
For Equity Insurance Partners.
Amen.
And what we're doing. And once again, 6 months from now, we're going to be a whole nother deal.
This is going to be our momentum. Twice a year, we have to do a minimum.
That's right.
And then we'll be up. Actually, we'll both have to make an hour drive down here now.
We'll be carpooling.
Yeah, we'll carpool.
No doubt.
We'll move up to Boca. We'll carpool together.
Can't wait, brother. Let's get this thing going.
Let's
2026. Let's make it happen, brother.
All right, bro.
Let's go.